Welcome to Lesson 16's video intro. Today, our topic is pollination. Before continuing, if you haven't watched the short associated video with this intro, in the description below, I'm going to link it for you. It's a 1:40 explanation of how flowers attract pollinators. The link will also be available at cultivate.life under the transformation lesson. Come back as soon as you've watched it. On day 3 of creation, God created all plants. By design, pollination is a miraculous way plants reproduce. And without pollen swapping, there would be no flowers or fruit for seeds to secure another generation of plants. There are many different living pollinators: bees, wasps, butterflies, birds, lots of mammals, bats, beetles, and other insects. In addition, wind and water can carry pollen where it's needed to ensure pollination. Without direct influence of the right kind of pollinators, ecosystems and the human race would not survive. Pollinators and their plants are in a symbiotic relationship, which is where one benefits, the other benefits. It's a strong mutual benefit. The plant and flower attract the creature for pollen transfer, while the pollinator collects a supply of the nectar or pollen for their nutrition. Both species benefit. As people, we are also in need of mutually beneficial relationships with those around us. PsychAlive offers the research that shows these benefits are clear in healthy relationship connections: less stress, better healing, healthier habits, and a longer life. Well, we naturally look at relationships for mutual benefits along our paths. Author and researcher Dr. Sue Johnson explains, a good relationship is balanced and helps both people. Well, knowing we matter to someone gives us strength, a sense that we can tolerate being vulnerable and deal with some challenges. Brene Brown, researcher and author, says a deep sense of love and belonging is an irreducible need of all men, women, and children. We are biologically, cognitively, physically, and spiritually wired to love, be loved, and to belong. I'd like to say that last line again. We are biologically, cognitively, physically, and spiritually wired to love, be loved, and to belong. God designed us for relationships, both with Him and with others. We were created in God's image and out of love. God desired to have a close connection with us. He also designed us for a relationship with mutual benefit. Societies are built on the need for people to have positive influences in their relationships through commitment, integrity, helping, serving, and loving. I'd like to read Isaiah 41:13. I am the Lord your God who takes hold of your hand and says, you do not need to fear. I will help you. And John 13:34 says, a new commandment I give to you, that you love one another just as I have loved you. You also are to love one another. Well, realizing others have a direct influence on our lives and vice versa, it's valuable to work through many aspects about relationships from your life, past and present. We're all pollinators, influencing those around us in generations to come. We will resolve to no longer contaminate our lives and environments through negative patterns of worst ways. Instead, we will pollinate positive patterns of wise ways. Through this lesson on transformation, we will review, introduce, and celebrate tools that are instrumental in growing wise ways as you continue to cultivate your garden throughout all seasons of your life. Thank you for joining us through this curriculum. While we believe everyone is affected by past pain and poor patterns, you've chosen to uproot your worst ways and nurture positive patterns of wise ways that produce peace and hope. We are proud of your efforts to complete the material. As a reminder, each lesson at cultivate.life has included music playlists as well as resources for your journey as you continue to seek God's plan and purpose in your life. Come back anytime to click on lesson topics to look for related songs, articles, books, podcasts, and other encouragements. As you move forward, you might find it beneficial to continue learning about wise ways. So we would encourage you to follow Cultivate Harvesting Healing on our social media. If you have friends, family members, or if your church would like to know more about Cultivate Harvesting Healing curriculum, send them our way so that we can help others dig deep and cultivate.